My name is Mary O'Hagan. I'm from New Zealand, and as a young woman I used mental health services. I used them for about 8 or 9 years. I was in hospital many times, and it was a very bizarre experience walking into a hospital for the first time. I entered, on one side of the door I was a promising young citizen, and on the other side of the door my status plummeted and I became a psychiatric patient. And what happened when I went through that experience was a stripping. First I was stripped of my clothing and my possessions. Then I was stripped of my credibility because people didn't believe me anymore. And then over time I was stripped of my dreams, and I was told that I would have this problem for the rest of my life, that I'd need treatment for the rest of my life, and I shouldn't have children. Now what happened, so I got out of that system. One of the things, there are many things that helped me get out of that system. One was to question what they were telling me. Another was to learn self-management. And one thing I did was I read books, and I read books that questioned psychiatry and books from the user-survivor movement. And they helped me to frame an alternative narrative about what was happening to me. And so when I got out of that system, I went and worked as an advocate, and we ran a peer support network in Auckland in New Zealand. And after that I ran a national network. Then I became the first chairperson of the World Network of Users and Survivors of Psychiatry. Sometime after that I became a full-time mental health commissioner in New Zealand, and that was a job sort of a bit to the side of the government, where we were trying to really change the mental health system so that it really served people. And after that I set up a peer zone, which is a peer-led company, and one of the things we do is workshops on a train-the-trainer model, and they're going in 4 countries, New Zealand, Australia, Canada and the USA. And one of the great joys of my life has been proving those dire predictions wrong. So I didn't have mental health problems for the rest of my life. They kind of petered out by the time I was 30. I wasn't on medication for the rest of my life, and I had children. And my children are not nearly as crazy as I was at their age. So they're not at all crazy. So my message to people is, it's a very dark place to be. Sometimes other people cast even a shadow over that darkness and make it worse. But there is hope. There is hope for everyone, that you too can recover and disprove other people's dire predictions about your life.